as beautiful as a farmer living the sustainable way of life. What do I mean by sustainable way of life? From the garden to the plate immediately. You grow your Irish potatoes. They have not gone through the hassle of being sprayed with pesticides, herbicides, ETs, all that. You harvest it, take it to your plate and have it there and then. That is the kind of lifestyle we have on our farms. And actually, diseases and infections are few among farmers because we are eating organic food at the farm. We are eating fresh food. And also something else that I realized that I was missing out. A year where in our villages, we don't have a lot of taxes. You harvest your coffee, put it out to dry on a tarpaulin. The next day after it has dried, invite a broker, you negotiate for the money he wants to give you. You sell off your coffee without involving anybody, without any taxation. You want your matoke is rich, is ripe. Invite somebody, a broker, to come and harvest your matoke without any taxes. Government has not yet started taxing farmers on our farms, on most farms, because majority of us are under subsistence way of farming. But also the commercial farmers have not been affected by so many taxes from government. That is the good thing. Basically, olima akantuko, no kasimba, no kakungula, no ito omulimi, no ita broker, oba no ito omuguzi, na kakugulako, nga toyina kyofiiriddwa kinene. All you have to do is be smart enough and negotiate for the good price. And what is happening in our villages, that even people with small phones, they are easily able to know the prevailing prices for every product. For example, you cannot cheat a farmer anywhere in Uganda that, you know what, Chiboko coffee is going for this price, yet on the prevailing market this price. They know these prices. They always get short messages on their phones. They always get information from other farmers all over. So everything is moving on well, the way they planned it, and they always get that money the way they anticipated it to get. So what is stopping you from moving to the farm? Are you still believing that I made a bad decision? Do you still believe I was dispressed to move to the farm? No, I was not. It is the best decision I've ever made, and I don't regret it, and I will still stay on the farm, come rain, come shine. And I'm also imploring you farmers, if you feel things are not adding up, weigh your options in the cities where you are. I'm not telling you resign from your jobs. I, for one, I had 3 university jobs, and I started resigning from 1, 2, and I was only remaining with one job. But eventually in 2020, when I shifted to the farm, I gave it all for the farm. It has been a journey of learning and a growth experience. I've learned so many things. Most of the information I share on social media, actually I've learned it while on the farm. Some of these things, they don't need you to go to the school. I've learned them from the people I consider who are illiterate, who never went to school. All you have to do is sit with them, give them an ear. They always advise you. Like last season, I never thought growing beans commercially would give me some good money. I had to invest in 10 acres of beans. I grew beans and I got some good money out of the 10 acres of beans. But Banya Abansomeda, who are those people doing the calculations for me? These are people in my village, and they tell you, madam, this will work, this will not work. So I've learned so many things. Actually, I came on the farm that a broker would come on the farm and you cannot tell which is a good goat and which is a bad goat. They came and taught me all that. They come, they speak as you listen and you learn from them. I can also easily be able to tell that this goat weighs roughly maybe 15 kilos without putting it on a weighing scale. Not many of us as farmers can do that, but I, for one, these are things you keep learning. I also learned when I was on the farm, I learned how to negotiate labor on how the people in my village understand it. Because most of the casual works, I use people in my village. I learned how they measure it, how much can be paid for a certain type of work. If, for example, they are going to cut off the dry leaves from my banana plantation, I used to give them a lot of money. And I used to spend a lot than I had anticipated. But staying with them, you interact with them, they tell you, madam, awabakusedde. Madam, wanoja kuitawo, this, do this, madam, this will not work. So they always advise you on the best course of action. Still also in the villages where we shifted as farmers, I've also learned certain things. There is a lot of trust in our villages as compared in the city. Are you aware that in most villages, you can talk to a fellow farmer because they know you're not shifting any day or any time. You tell them, I have a deficit of, say, maybe 3 million shillings. This person will come and gives you the money without writing any agreement anywhere that you see I've sold my 5 goats and be given this 3 million shillings because they know you are a permanent resident there and they are willing, they trust you to give you their money. Actually, I, for one, ever since I started farming in Rakai, I've not gotten any loan anywhere in any bank. I want 5 million. I want 10 million. I simply talk to these guys. I know the guys who are able. Tell them, give me this money without any collateral security, without any writing. You write an agreement that I've sold your land at this amount, blah, 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 all things you never find them in the village. But it is a different world scenario in Kampala. Somebody loaning you 3 million, this person will make you write agreements because they don't trust each other. One moment, somebody will give you his 3 million, and then the following day, you find the guy has shifted somewhere else. But it's not the case in the villages where I shifted, actually in most villages. And there is that togetherness. They always advise, like when somebody is passing your garden, and they realize something is not right, they are not afraid to come and tell you, Madam, this you are doing it the wrong way. Madam, this is going to be so expensive for you. How about if you do this? We still have Ubuntu, that togetherness as farmers in our villages. These are things I never used to get when I was still staying in Kampala because they always said, no, how do you advise somebody from Kampala? But when I came to be part of them, they are always willing to share anything with me. And also something I remember, I never used to grow any crops at the farm. So they would grow their crops in their areas. Somebody comes with a basket of beans. Another person comes with a basket of mangoes. Another person, so we do that kind of barter trade. I give them the matoke, they give me the beans, they give me the peas, they give me the Irish. I'm looking for seeds to grow on my farm, and I don't know any. They always tell you, you go and talk nicely to this person will avail you the seeds to grow on your farm. That is how village life has been good to me. And actually also, my expenditure completely went down. There are things I used to spend on in Kampala, and now I realize I wish I had shifted earlier than 2020, that the expenditure completely goes down. For example, in Kampala, on a weekly basis, I used to use fuel worth on a weekly basis between 200 and 300,000. But I find myself in the village, I don't use my car all the time. I only use it maybe when I'm driving out of the farm, maybe going to Kampala, or maybe going to the bank. But also the bank movements have also become shorter because now we are using mobile banking, we are using agents which are everywhere, all the agents are everywhere, anywhere in our towns all over the village. Before making a decision to shift, the people I considered most, the people I felt foremost are my children. They had never been in the village in their entire lifetime. I had to do a lot of convincing. When we were coming from Kampala to the farm, my daughter was crying. She told me how she's going to miss her friends. Her friends will never be able to associate with her because she comes from the village. She knew she had lost friends. Actually, her biggest fear was that she's going to be shifted from a Kampala school to a village school in Rakai. And I had to talk to them. And right now, my children are the happiest at the farm. They enjoy the environment. They enjoy the cool environment. They enjoy the fresh food at the farm. Actually, when we spend more days in Kampala than when we are at the farm, they're always asking me, Mommy, what are we doing in Kampala? Why don't we go to the farm? It is fresher. There is less noise. There is ample space for them to do whatever they want. They have gotten new friends. And surprisingly, the friends she thought she was going to lose in Kampala, some of those friends always come. They board or they drive. They are being driven, and they come to the farm to visit, and most of them don't want to leave the farm. That is the kind of lifestyle every parent would want for their children. Once again, we are still at Boji Farms. Thank you for watching. Keep it at Boji Farms. Please keep sharing our videos. Do not forget to leave us any comment. At least we are always there. We are always available to give you a feedback. You have any question, you have any topic that is not yet, we have not yet explored, just leave a comment. We are always there to give you solutions to those questions you think they are so big to manage, they are so big to handle. We are always there. We have been there also. We have seen it all. But one question shared is another solution shared. We always have a solution to most of the things that have happened to you. Don't die in silence. Always come out to share these things as they happen on your farm. Thank you for watching. Grace Boji once again. Keep it at Boji Farms. Bye-bye.